students and parents, and welcome. If college is on the horizon, the SAT is likely a big topic in your household. But you have also heard that SAT has undergone some significant changes recently. Gone are the days of those bubble sheets and long paper booklets, right? So, today we are going to dive deep into the differences in understanding the traditional old paper SAT and the new current digital SAT that the students are planning to take in the year 2025. So, whether you are a student preparing to take the test or a parent supporting them, understanding these changes is really, really crucial. So, in this comprehensive guide, we will cover up everything you need to know, like why the change happened, the new format and logistics, how the test structure and the timing differ, the unique adaptive nature, content changes section by section, the scoring updates, and importantly, how to best prepare. So let's get started. So why do you think that the college board, make this major shift away from paper? So I'll talk about several reasons. So the first one is modernization, because the goal was to make SAT more relevant to how, students are learned and how they are tested in today's digital world. So second is efficiency, because digital testing, it allows for a faster score reporting, because days are taken instead of weeks. Third is security, because unique digital test forms for each student, they make the test more secure. Additionally, the college board aimed for potentially better testing experience, like making it shorter, providing helping tools, and possibly increasing accessibility for administering the test in the schools. So now just let's talk about the physical experience. Now where the old SAT involved the paper test booklet, with an answer sheet, right? The digital SAT is administered entirely on a computer or tablet. No paper is required here, no filling the bubble sheets, right? You can use the college board's official Bluebook application. So you must download and complete the exam setup in Bluebook on your testing device, right, before the test day, because that is really crucial. So let's talk about the device that you can use. You can use an approved Windows tablet or laptop. You can use a Mac laptop, iPad, or school managed Chromebook. That's up to you. But personal Chromebooks, they are generally not permitted. If you don't have any approved device, you can of course borrow one from the college board well in advance. So that's like your call. And importantly, you still take the test at a designated proctored, it's like a proctored test center. It's not your home. So you will need a photo ID for it. You will need admission ticket, right? And the check-in process, it is streamed digitally. So while the test is digital, they provide you with a scratch paper. So you should bring a pen or pencil for working out the problems. This is one of the biggest areas of challenge. So let's just compare. The old paper SAT was about 3 hours long. It had breaks, okay, and including 4 main sections. That is reading, writing in language, right, followed by math, right, no calculation section, and also a math calculation section, along with an optional essay. So altogether 5 points here. Now the digital SAT, it's significantly shorter. It's for about 2 hours and 14 minutes of testing time, and also you get a 10-minute break in between, right? So that's a plus point here, a cherry on the cake. Now it has only 2 main sections. First, reading and writing. I'm talking about the new pattern, the digital SAT. It has 2 sections, reading and writing. Then this this combination section, it itself has 2 modules. Like module 1 is for 32 minutes with 27 questions. Module 2 is also 32 minutes again with 27 questions. So that turns out to be 64 minutes total for reading and writing. Then of course you get a 10-minute break, right? Second is math. So let's talk about math, because this section also has 2 modules. So module 1 will have 22 questions, right? And those 22 questions will be covered in 35 minutes. And module 2, it is also 22 questions within a time frame of 35 minutes. So that's 70 minutes for math. So fewer questions overall and less time, but on an average slightly more time per question. So you have to remember that. Now perhaps the most innovative change is that the digital SAT is now section adaptive. What does that mean? That means that within each section, that is reading, writing, math, everyone gets the same module, that is module 1, and it contains a mix of easy, medium, and hard questions. So based entirely how you perform in module 1, the system determines the difficulty level of module 2. If you perform well on module 1, you will receive a harder module 2. But if you struggle on module 1, you will receive an easier module 2. So this makes the test more tailored, potentially reducing the frustration, from the questions being overwhelmingly too hard or too easy. So however, there is a strong implication, because to achieve the highest scores in a section, you must perform well on module 1, because then only you will be able to earn the harder module 2, because the easier module 2 has a lower maximum score ceiling. Now this is fundamentally different from the old paper test where everyone took the same set of questions regardless of the performance. Now while the format has changed, the SAT still assesses core skills needed for college, but how it tests them, that differs. So instead of long passages with 10 or 11 questions each, the digital SAT uses short passages which are typically about 25 to 100 words, representing a wide range of subjects like literature, science, history, social studies, and each passage is followed by only one multiple choice question. This tests skills like understanding central ideas, interpreting data that which is from included graphs sometimes, analyzing the word choice, text structure, making inferences, but in a more focused way per question. So that's how it's done. The writing aspect is integrated, testing grammar, usage, punctuation, and effective expression within the context of these short passages or sentence completion style questions. So there's a big news here for the math section, as you can use an approved calculator on the entire math section. So this replaces the old no calculator and calculator sections. So you can bring in your own College Board approved calculator, or you can use the excellent built-in Desmos graphing calculator available on the screen. So it's highly recommended to be familiar with the Desmos calculator during the practice. Now this section tests 4 main areas like algebra, advanced math, problem solving and data analysis, and also geometry and trigonometry. So questions here are about 75% multiple choice questions and 25% student produced response, where you enter your own numeric answer. And word problems are generally designed to be more concise than some old tests. Now this digital platform offers several tools to help you navigate the test, right? We mentioned the Desmos calculator for math. Now there's also a highlighter tool that you can use on your passages and questions. Fine, there's an annotation feature that will help you make brief notes on the screen. You can flag questions you want to skip, and then you can come back to the current module only. Now one thing that you have to remember here is that you cannot revisit a previous module once you have submitted it, right? And finally, a timer will be visible which will give you a 5-minute warning before time is up for the next module. So let's talk about how the digital SAT is scored, right? The overall scoring scale remains the same, that is like 400 to 1600. Then this is the sum of your 2 section scores, that is reading and writing in between 200 to 800 and math which is between 200 to 800. Well, good news! There's no penalty for guessing. So you should always answer every question, right? The biggest improvement for many is score reporting. So you'll typically receive your scores within days, not the weeks it took for the paper test. One thing to note, unlike older versions of the paper SAT, the digital SAT does not report detailed sub-scores or cross-test scores. The focus is on 2 main section scores of the total score. So your report card will show how you performed relative to college readiness benchmarks set by the College Board. So how should the students and parents approach preparation for this new format? First, the core academic skills, they are the main paramount. Strong fundamentals in reading comprehension, grammar, algebra, geometry, and data analysis remain the foundation for a good score. However, familiarity with the digital platform, that is absolutely essential, because students must practice using the Bluebook app. So download it, right? Take the full-length official practice tests available there and get comfortable with the interface, get comfortable with the digital tools, the Desmos, the question formats. Now the management strategies might need slight adjustments due to the adaptive nature and due to the module timing. So pacing within each module is the key. So understand the importance of performing well on module 1. Okay, you are supposed to utilize the official resources like the college board website that is given to you and the official digital SAT prep that is available free of cost on Khan Academy. Okay, so these are aligned with the current test. Now, building those core skills and adapting to this new format, I know that it takes some time, it takes practice, but of course it can be done with the help of personalized guidance. So whether it's strengthening algebra functions, mastering the grammar rules, right, or developing effective strategies for the digital interface, or the targeted support, can make a big difference. It can make a huge difference. Okay, and services like Wizdomi, they offer one-on-one online live tutoring specifically for K-12 students and test prep, including the SAT. So if you feel you or your child could benefit from personalized help navigating these changes, they actually offer a first free class to try it out. It could be a great way to assess specific skills needed for the digital SAT. So you can usually find links or resources like these in the descriptions below. Now for students requiring accommodations, rest assured they are still available for the digital SAT. This includes things like extended time, breaks, and even a paper-based version of the test if needed based on a document requirements. So it's crucial to apply for these accommodations to the college board well in advance of your test date. Even if you take it on the paper, the test content and structure that will align with the digital format. On security, the digital format allows for unique test forms for every student, making it harder to share answers. The secure Bluebook app and proctored environment further enhance test integrity. So there you have it, a complete overview of the old paper SAT versus the current digital SAT of 2025. So let's just quickly recall the key takeaways. The digital SAT, it is shorter, delivered via the Bluebook app on a device. It is section adaptive. It features more concise questions and allows a calculator throughout math. And also, it delivers scores much faster. Now, while the experience of taking the test, it has changed significantly, the fundamental purpose remains assessing the skills crucial for the success in college preparation, especially familiarizing yourself with the digital format. It is more important than ever. So what are your thoughts on digital SAT? Students, what aspects seem most challenging? Parents, what questions do you have? Share them in the comments below and let's discuss further. So if you found this guide helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more tips on navigating college admissions and test prep. Don't forget to check the description for the links to official resources and a free class that we mentioned. So you're welcome and thanks for watching and best of luck with your preparation.